Hello, my name is Mike Pink, and I am an associated professor at the Faculty of the Social Science, Maastricht University. My field of job and research, that's the elections in multi-level electoral arena in the European Union, and also, for example, the basic, really basic electoral statistics, and mainly electoral geography. Because when I was a secondary school student, I was completely associated with the geography, and I combined the politics and the geography. And right now, I teach electoral geography at the Faculty of Social Science.
Hi, my name is Martin Glogar, and I've got the privilege to serve as a deputy mayor of the second largest district of Brno, which is called Brno Sever or Brno North. It stretches from the eastern part of the center of the downtown all the way through Černá Pole, Husovice, through Lesna to the neighborhood called Soběšice, which is outside of the city already, behind the forest. I've been serving for 2 years in that position. I'm responsible for education. We have 7 primary schools and 11 plus 5, 16 kindergartens. I'm also responsible for culture and sports in our district. There's a big agenda I'm responsible for, that is environment, which means maintaining of the greenery, of the parks, also planning the new parks, the playground, sport fields, but also waste management and snow management in winter. So I'm really pleased to be here, and I'm happy to answer the questions you might have.
The first question that we have is, what are the different types of elections that we have in Czechia? And when do they usually run? And who is eligible for each of them? Only Czech citizens, or if people are having a residency from EU, or people are having residency from outside of EU, and for which ones they can vote?
Okay, thank you very much. In Czech Republic, we can meet with the 6 or 7 type of the elections. Yes, the most important are the presidential elections. The next one is the parliamentary elections into the lower chamber next year. Senatorial elections each second year into the upper chamber of Czech National Parliament. And also regional elections right now upcoming. And for the non-Czech citizens, the most important are the European parliamentary elections and the local elections. Why? Because in both elections, the EU citizens can vote, and also in the local elections, the EU citizens can participate in the electoral list.
So if I am an EU resident and I have my permanent residency in the Czech Republic, can I vote for the president or I cannot?
Today not, but we can wait for the novelization of the new voting act. And today I have no idea in which way the voting rights are enlarged into what kind of elections.
Can I just ask, Michal, do you have any undercover information or under the table information about this might enlarge also to the expat community, or maybe examples from other countries?
Yes. For example, the first greatest enlargement is the post-voting, that the Czech people or the people living abroad and are listed in the electoral list in the Czech Republic can vote by post.
So my next question is, okay, now I know if I'm eligible to vote or not. So how would I know the location I should go to vote? And can I vote from anywhere in Czech Republic, or can I vote even from abroad?
No. Yes. Right now, if you receive the blue envelope with the ballot or voting list, candidacy list, yes, you find also the information about the polling station. Approximately 1,000 citizens are concentrated into the one polling station. and you have to vote only at the one specific point. But exists a specific case. You can ask for a voting certificate, voting ID, and if you have a voting ID, you can vote anywhere in Czech Republic.
But that doesn't apply to the municipal elections.
Yes, but you can vote only in the area of the municipal elections.
Yeah.
Yes, same is it for the regional elections or senatorial elections. You can ask for the permission, but you have to vote inside of your electoral constituency.
And how to get that permission? How to apply for it?
You have to ask the town hall 2 or 3 weeks before the elections, or you can do it electronically via data box.
So I received the blue envelope. I will just get it. So what is it actually? And is it only for, like the information inside now? Is it only for the people in Brno? Is it only for the people in my area? And who will usually receive it? And do I need to take it with me when I go for voting? And what if I don't have it in my post box?
If you receive into the post box the blue envelope with many lists, that's the clue that you are in an electoral list. You are eligible to vote, yes? But you receive the electoral list according to your constituency. In each constituency, you have another electoral lists and another blue envelope. Blue envelope is all the time same, but inside of the blue envelope, that's another list up to the each constituency.
And I need to take it with me when I go for voting?
Yes, it's necessary to take it with you and bring it to the polling station. If you, for example, lost it or missed it, you can ask in a polling station for next one, but not all the time, and in each case you receive immediately the new blue envelope. Sometimes you have to wait, for example, 1-2 hours because the polling station need to ask for a new blue envelope. That's why it's sometimes much easier to get back home and take it with you again.
So do I actually select the paper or how to use whatever information? Please, if you can show us.
If you have this blue envelope at home, it's very useful to open it. Yes.
Okay.
If you open it right here, you know that it is for the South Moravian region, not into the another regions. Yes. Study it, because inside of this envelope you have the electoral list or candidates list for each political party. Yes, you have 2 weeks, 1 week for the study. How many people are in the list? Yes, and what kind of the political party is the best for you? Yes, and you have in the Czech Republic also the specific right that you can vote not only for the political party but also for the each candidate. Yes, you can change the rank inside of the electoral list, and right here before the each name you have a number, and if you get the number into the small circle you give a preferential vote, and if the people receive more than 5% of the votes, preferential votes, you change the rank inside of the candidate list.
There is also a limit how many preferential votes we can give. I think it's 4 or
4, yes,
4.
yes. In the regional elections, that's the 4. In European parliamentary elections, 2. If you missed it, and for example, you give 5 preferential votes, the preferential votes are not valid. The list, okay, but not the preferential votes.
And practically, you take one of the lists, and then when you come to the voting room, you will receive another envelope,
Yes.
different to this one. That's usually with a stamp on it, and you will go behind a special kind of closet, and then you will put your list into the envelope, and then you cast the ballot in the special box that is dedicated to
Yes.
it.
Right now, I would like to show you how to do it. At home, you can study which list is the best for you. At the beginning, you have the names of each political party. Yes? Inside of the envelope, you have each political party, the number of the name. The most important or most often questions, why so many? 65. Because in the regional elections, in the South Moravian region, we have 65 members of the regional assembly. For example, in another regions, Olomouc, Zlín, Vysočina, just 55, and another Karlovy Vary, Liberec, 45, according to the number of the citizens in each region. Then, the most important is to put it into your blue envelope at home. Go to the polling station and at the first point ask the committee inside of the polling station. You show your ID and you receive a white envelope with the specific seal of the town hall. Please control that the envelope has the seal of the town hall, because that's the very important point. Then you move to the isoloir and you pull out your candidates list and put into the white envelope with the seal of the town hall. And then you go and put it into the polling box.
That's very informative. Thank you very much. What if I don't have a preference for the person, but I just want to vote for one of the groups or one of the parties?
It's absolutely no problem.
Or just put the paper on
Yes,
its own?
yes. Just to put the paper into the white envelope with the seal of the town hall and put it into the ballot box.
I just noticed here that there is this instruction on the first page. Maybe the second page, but it's the instruction page. There's a QR code that leads to the website of the Ministry of Interiors. I wonder whether those information there might also have the English information.
I don't know.
Yeah, it must be worth trying.
We can try it later.
Yeah.
So how many papers I should put in the white envelope if I will vote without any preferences? 4 papers?
One.
One.
Paper. Just one political party.
Okay.
Nothing else. If you put into the white envelope more than one candidate's list, your vote invalid.
Understand. Thank you very much. So you mentioned that I need to have my ID card when I go there, even if I am not a Czech person, I am EU citizen, or I have my passport.
Yes. If you are EU citizen, you need to use your passport or your home ID and control before the elections, for example, 4 weeks, that you are in the electoral list. Because if you are Czech citizens, automatically you are inside of the electoral list. One of the specificity of the Brno is that in the Brno is a specific office for all Czech people living abroad. That's why in one electoral district we have, for example, 13, 14, 15,000 of the people, because there's the people, not permanent residents inside of the Czech Republic, but temporary outside of the Brno. That's why that's the people living abroad.
So I know that you mentioned that we have more than 65 parties, but for the information for the expat who are not very good in Czech language, would you please pick the highest or the most top ranked 5 to 8 parties and give us brief information about them so people who are interested can pick one of them?
Inside of this white paper, you can find really many names of the political parties. But the most important are the political parties represented in the lower chamber of the national parliament. Right now, we have 2 groups of the political parties in the government and in the opposition. Martin, would you like to introduce the governmental groups?
Okay. Well, at the moment we have 5 parties that form the coalition. The senior party is Civic Democratic Party, ODS. It's the ODS, which actually happens to be chaired by a former rector,
Yes.
your former colleague, right?
Yes, yes, yes. The head of my department.
That's quite ironic. That's a party that probably, to a certain extent, can be compared to CDU in Germany.
Yes.
Um,
Or People's Party in Austria, for example,
yeah.
the moderate conservative political party.
Although, unlike their German or Austrian friends, this party is more Eurosceptic, and that's my issue with that party. In addition to other, then there are two junior parties that are similar to ODS. There is Czech KDU. KDU, that's a party that is probably even more similar to CDU, except for the speed, except for the size. It's unlike the German friends. This is really small party at the moment, struggling to even pass the threshold limit. And I'm biased because I represent this party, but when it comes to the regional election, I think that could be a good choice. And there is a third party which is quite similar with the two previous, but it's more liberal. I think it really is probably more in the center, and that's called TOP 09. That would be a liberal, maybe something combination between German FDP and CDU. There is the fourth party, STAN. It's a party that was formed by the mayors of different villages and towns, and it was quite, I think, specific for the party that they really didn't have a comprehensive national program. They had agenda to basically help the municipalities to get on their feet, but it's actually now because they are in the government for 3 years. They, I think, are becoming. I think they represent the more liberal spectrums of the voters, although still in the center. And the last and the smallest party in the current government is the party so-called Pirates. That is definitely the most liberal from the five, and it's a party that was established, I think, 15 years ago.
Yes. Administratively, maybe later, maybe earlier, but 15 years ago.
And it was in the beginning, the main agenda they were pushing for was the rights of the internet users.
Yes.
But they've taken many other issues these days, and they represent the voices of the urban liberal voters. They are pressing for issues connected with digitalization, LGBTQ issues, also some might say even socialistic ideas. There was at one point an idea to tackle on the owners of the apartments that are not being used. So it's at the moment I think the current government provides voice of the center right to center left voters.
And also we have opposition political parties. The most important is the political party, but the name is political movement. Yes, the political movement of Andrej Babiš. That's the political party based on the marketing. Yes, the political party was born 12, 15 years ago, and the most important issue is marketing and haunting the voice. At the beginning, the political party was situated in a center right, and during the first 4 years switched into the left. During the last 2-3 years, the political party from the social democratic moderate left step by step right now moving to the much more far left or far nationalistic right. Yes, that's the political party associated in the European Parliament, for example, with the Viktor Orbán and Herbert Kickl from Austria. Okay, and the second opposition political party is SPD in the lower chamber of national parliament. That's the Party of Direct Democracy. The leader of the party is Tomio Okamura. And that's the paradox of the Czech politician, that the most far-right, xenophobic and racistic political party is led by the Japanese guy, Tomio Okamura. Yes. And also we have a smaller opposition or non-parliamentary political parties. There's the Social Democracy and the Communist Party of Czechia and Moravia. And other local and regional political parties, for example, Moravians, Voice for Morava, and the others. But that's the really local and the marginal political parties.
I think it's important for the upcoming elections, the regional ones, that there is actually a coalition. There's a coalition of three parties. I talked about those governmental parties. 3 out of 5 have formed a coalition. They are running under the name of Spolu together. And actually, in fact, they are also not just on the governmental level, on the national level in government, but they are also in the government of the region, Southern Moravian region. The front runner, Jan Godolik, is a person you probably have encountered on social media or also in public space on the commercials. And if I'm not mistaken, there are two other parties with them in the coalition at the regional level, and that's Stan and the Pirates. So at the moment it's actually the same, like
Yes.
in the national level.
Yes.
And okay, now I will be speaking just as a biased person, but I would encourage anybody who can take a vote to choose from those three parties. And why? Because if there's a big risk that if these three parties, meaning coalition of the three plus Pirates or the Stan, if they don't get over 50% of the mandates, there is a really high risk that parties that are either populist or are xenophobic or are anti-systematic will actually form overrun the government of the region, and it will be a disaster. Would you agree?
Yes, but I'm not politician, yes. And if I pull out my political feeling, we have to move more than 120 years ago, because I'm a royalist monarchist, and right now with the republic, it's not easy to live for me. Yeah. But I agree that the most important issue in Czech national and regional politics, because the regional politics, that's the downside of the national politics, is the orientation, the geopolitical orientation between the East and the West. And today, and contemporary governmental political party at the regional and the national level are much more oriented to the West. And the main cleavage in the Czech politics is for example, the commemoration of the history of the non-democratic regime associated with communist political party, and mainly the national leftist. That's the political parties oriented to the East, to ex-Soviet Union, today Russia, and so on. Just short introduction, what is the left and the right in the Czech national politics? If we move back 34, 45 years ago, that's the end of the non-democratic communist regime, the time of the Velvet Revolution, that's the fall of 1989. And the political right in the Czech national politics is associated with the free trade, private ownership, responsibility, Western European Union, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and all activities which were banned during the non-democratic regime. If we talk about the left in the Czech national politics, the left is much more associated with the redistribution, with the control of the private property, with the, for example, foreign policy associated with the east of the Europe, mainly the post-Soviet countries and Russia. And the left political parties that were represented, mainly the Social Democracy and the Communist Party of Czechia, of Bohemia and Moravia. At the right, the political parties associated with the free trade, individual responsibility, foreign trade, West and Europe. There's the Civic Democratic Party, today Christian Democrats, and today also small liberal political party TOP09. In Czech national politics, the most important cleavage, what is the right and the left, is the level of redistribution. The right political parties would like to downsize the national taxes, and the left political parties would like to increase the redistribution and the taxation. And up to the program, the left political party, for example, the Communist Party and the Social Democrats in the history, would like to keep the higher taxation, but the right political parties, and mainly, for example, TOP09, that's the political party with the free trade and the low taxation. Right now, if we rank each political party at the cleavage, Europeanization and Euroscepticism, I think that the most Eurosceptic political party right now is the Tomio Okamura and the Party of Direct Democracy, and also the Communist Party of Bohemia and Moravia. Less Eurosceptic, but not Euro-optimistic today is it Andrej Babiš and the political party ANO with 2011. In the center, something, yes, Europe, but Europe with the national state or soft Eurosceptic political party is the ODS, the Civic Democratic Party. But the most Europhile political parties are at the first point Pirates, and the second political party is TOP09. And the third one is the Christian Democrats. That's the political party associated at the European level in the European People's Party.
Thank you very much. That was really informative.